Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. So I'm hearing a little bit of background noise, and I'm not sure how to solve that. I'm trying new technology this time round, and maybe that helps. Okay, all right. Oh, and it's still showing me. Anyway, sorry about that. New technology. Hopefully it works. Hey, Sharon. Great. I don't know how to solve this. I'm going to try and ignore the sound. Hopefully it's not too distracting. All right, I'm here with a sketch challenge tonight. And so I'm glad, Sharon, you're here. And if others are here, please leave a comment and we'll get started. Let me just switch over. Okay, let's see. I don't think that was, this is interesting technology for sure. Okay. All right, so here's my sketch. Hey, Lynette. So I chose this sketch because it highlights the designer series paper. And sorry, I really am trying to make this stop with the sound. And I don't know why it won't. Apologies for that. Okay, so here's my sketch. All right, so as I said, I chose this because I can show off some of the designer series paper, and what a perfect time to show off some designer series paper with the 15% off sale. So you need a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 8.5, and I will post this sketch as always on both on YouTube, because I'm streaming live to YouTube for the very first time, and also to my Facebook pages and groups. So card base of 5.5 by 8.5, folded in half. Layer 1, which is this really thin little, oh, hi, Deborah, welcome. I'm glad you, good morning from Australia. Well, welcome. All right, so the second layer is this little white strip that is 4 inches by 5.25. And then you need 4 different patterns of designer series paper. Number 2 is 1.5 by 1.75. Number 3, so I went 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 3 is 1.75 by 2.25. And then this is 1.5 by 3.25. And then this is 2.25 by 3.25. The orange matte is 2.5 by 2.5. And then the little yellow piece in the middle is 2.25 by 2.25. I'm actually going to stamp on this one. And then a sentiment down here that I've said is about 3/4 of an inch by 3.25. And you can adjust that depending on how, what your sentiment is. Okay, so let me bring in what I'm going to use. Well, first of all, what I'm going to use is the Plentiful Plants stamp. I'm not going to use the dies with this because I just really want to show off the designer series paper, and then I'm going to stamp. And I'm going to use Just Jade and Cinnamon Cider because I absolutely love the color combination. All right, so here's my layers. I've got my card base that is in Just Jade. So I'm just going to fold that in half and score it. And then I've got a piece of Cinnamon Cider. I'm not going to adhere that down quite yet. I need to look at my sketch just to make sure I'm following the right pieces. So I've cut 4 different pieces of designer series paper. I really like these pots, so I decided to use those. And then I've got the wood grain. And then the brick. So I'm going to adhere these on. And I do apologize if you guys can hear that sound. I will figure out how to turn it off the next time round. Okay, so I'm really just adhering these equal distance from the edge, and it gives you that nice nice little gap in the middle. Again, we'll put this one on like that. And then the last piece. So if you're like me, I was able to go into my designer series paper and pull out all sorts of scraps to use for this. It's a perfect thing. Oh, good. I'm glad it's not too much of a disturbance, Sharon. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere this on. I found we had a lesson on this new technology on Saturday, and that's my first chance to actually play with it. And so, all right, so now let's see. I'm going to, I think, going to use this little pot, and that one will go on. Now I don't have much cushion here, and because these are photopolymer, I want to make sure that there's enough cushion. All right, I'm going to stamp this quite close to the bottom. I love cinnamon cider. It's so pretty. And I love Just Jade, so we'll do the plant in Just Jade. And my leaves are going to go off a little bit, but oh, I actually didn't get it floating, which is always amazing when I try and do that kind of stamping. All right, so now I've got my sentiment. Let's see, I wonder if this will fit. Oops, upside down, it's not a good thing. All right, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this, I think, in cinnamon cider. Okay, so hopefully this is dried. Yeah, my Just Jade looked a little bit juicy. I think I'm going to use some dimensionals. Pop that up, and then because you can never have too many dimensionals, and get that centered there. That's clever. I just put my hand on the plant that had ink on it. And some dimensionals on the sentiment. Now I didn't grab any sentiment or embellishments or ribbon, but I'm okay. We'll just leave it at this. It's a pretty simple card. Let's make the designer series paper the star of the show. So there's my card. And just bring in the sketch. So lots of great designer series papers to show off on this one. So I debated about using the pansy petals. Is that what it's called? Pansy petals, I think. I also debated about using In the Wild because I thought that would be really cool with some of the animal paw prints and things. So anyway. All right, so that's the card sketch for today. Don't forget to share your card on my Facebook group. As always, I will be doing, actually again in July, because I'm getting so many people sharing cards, I will do 2 prizes for the month of July. So share your card up until the 15th, and then I'll do another draw at the end of July from everybody who shares. I'll be back on Thursday night on my group. I won't be doing it to YouTube. So if you're not a member of my group, which is it's called Creating with Stamping with Melva VIP group, I believe. I'll post it in the underneath here, that you can actually join. And so I'll be doing a mystery challenge at 6:30 Pacific on Thursday night, and then we'll be doing through Zoom. We'll be doing a Stamp and Chat on Saturday night at 6:30 Pacific. Somebody asked, where do I find the measurements? I will be posting the sketch on both my Facebook page, Facebook group, and then underneath the YouTube once it's posted. So you will be able to get all the measurements for this sketch. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being patient with this new technology, and I hope I get it sorted out for the next time round. But I'm glad everybody was able to find me tonight. Thanks, everybody. Bye.